open your eyes, and you're like, where am I? A small room, bright lights, white walls, a metal door. Oh my God! Imagine, you wake up, and you're in a jail cell. You go up to the door, bang your fist, screaming, shouting, what am I doing here? And the police guy says,
keep it down!
And you're like, what did I do?
Oh, you don't know?
You shake your head. What? And the police guy looks at you like you're a pure thug or something.
You've been charged with attempted murder, young lady.
And you'd be like, oh no, what did I do? And then you start remembering everything, right from the beginning. And you try to think, how did I get here?
And then you start to remember your dad.
He was a woman beater. He beat your mama every day. From the day they got married, right up to the day they got divorced. He used to beat her to a pulp. So she stopped working. She wouldn't go out the house. She was embarrassed. She didn't want to walk down the street with her face all black and blue. But you remember your mother didn't want you to grow up to be like him.
She wanted you to be a famous lawyer, or a famous doctor, or a famous whatever.
And you remember that you were poor. But you weren't poor, because your mum still made sure there was dinner on the table. Every night. She'd give you her last penny. She didn't care about herself. But you'd remember that you never really spoke to her.
Because you came straight home and went straight down the stairs.
Jane!
Bye.
You did us out.
You go down the stairs, grab your plate. Thanks, Ma. But you'd never really speak to her.
You remember your granddad?
He was the closest everything we ever had to a proper dad.
He took you under his wing.
He did everything a dad would do.
He'd hold your hand.
He'd walk you down to the shops.
He'd play daft-wee games with
He
you.
would take you to the Argo game every Saturday.
He'd take you to see the carnival.
You'd remember how he taught you to play the flute.
He taught you to keep things to yourself.
Then he got his cancer.
You'd remember that.
Every night you would sit with him.
Play a game of cards.
Do a jigsaw.
Have a cup of tea and look out the back window.
You remember the boys from your estate fighting against the boys from the other estate?
They'd run at each other with bottles and bricks, and then it'd be poles and baseball bats, and then it would be knives. He'd be looking out the window going, is that a boy with a sword? Am I really seeing this? And you and your granddad would just sit there, and you'd think, what are they fighting for? Because your granddad never went out and just started hitting people. He got his point across with his mouth, not with his hands. And you remembered you wanted to grow up to be just like him. And when you were growing up, you didn't have many pals because you were too quiet. You were shy.
You were the wee, shy, nerdy boy.
You didn't fit in with anybody. And the pals you did have, they just used you, if you know what I mean. Because if it was a bright, brilliant, sunny day, they'd go away and leave you in the house. But if it was raining outside, they'd come round to you a bit and go, hi, Jay. I've not seen you in ages. How have you been? Can we come in and sit for a while? They didn't care about you. They just wanted somewhere to sit. And say it was at school. You'd get beaten up just for being a goth. Just because you had long hair and wore black combats. They used to call you the Gimp. Look at him. Dirty beast. You shag dead people. You do. I've seen you. Pure digging up the coffins and raping the corpses! Dirty beast! And you'd remember the beatings. One of the bullies would take off his belt and he'd wrap it around his knuckles. And then he'd whack you with it! Then throw you down the stairs! Kick you in the ribs! That's it again!
And then they would swagger off and leave you lying there on the ground, all curled up in a small ball. You'd remember that. You'd remember every punch.
And you'd remember how you had nobody to turn to, because your granddad was in the hospital. So you'd just sit in your room and watch horror films, night after night.
Or reading books about serial killers. Or just looking at all the pictures. You had a bloodlust for it. It'd give you a thrill reading about killers.
Because they're normal people. But they're mysterious. What makes them tick? What makes them go insane? What can make somebody do it to somebody? It fascinated you.
Imagine, you're in a jail cell, and you start remembering all this. But you can't remember what you've done. Then they take you to the secure haven, and they take away your belt, and they take away your laces. They take away anything you could use to try and kill yourself. And then the key worker guy comes in to speak to you. What did I do? Just tell me.
Love, I can't tell you.
How can you not tell me?
You have to ask for a file.
So you ask for the file, and he goes away to get it. Imagine waiting for him to come back. Your mind would be racing, remembering.
One night, you got beaten up, just for having long hair. These boys chased you home with meat cleavers and machetes, shouting,
"Death to the Gemp!"
trying to chop you up, all the way to your front door.
Ahoy, Jane, how was school? Straight upstairs, into your bedroom. Slam.
You look in the mirror. I'm not a gimp! You grab a pair of scissors. You cut your hair pure short. Shave it right to the skin.
Jay,
And then you look at yourself.
your dinner's out.
I'm coming. I'll show them not to mess about with me.
Grab the plate.
Thanks, Mom.
Wait a minute. What happened to your hair?
I got rid of it.
She looks at you funny.
You look like a skinhead.
That's when you started watching films like Romper Stomper and American History X.
And you thought to yourself, that's what I'll do.
So you started wearing the big Doc Marten boots, the bomber jacket, the braces, everything.
And then you walked into school and everybody would just look at you like, oof, what a pure psycho. But it felt good, because you were getting to them. And then you'd do the Nazi salute and the teachers were like, stand outside this room! What
into your uniform. You're not allowed back into school until you change your clothes.
Fine, it's my life. I'll say what I want, I'll do what I want, I'll wear what I want. It's about the fact. Start walking about school, smoking, acting like a hard man.
Oh, look, check out the state of him.
When the bully saw you, instead of running, you went right. Who's first?
What are you going to do, you dafty?
2 seconds.
What?
You put the fag out on your bare skin.
Are you all right?
Come on, who's first then?
Jay,
Who's gonna give me the first punch?
you need to get your head sorted out, mate. You're not right.
And then you pick up a chair, you throw it at the fuckers, they all start battering you, fists flying.
Jay, what are you doing? This isn't like you.
But you're standing there with your face red raw. Oh, but it felt great, didn't it?
And that's when you started to love the pain. The punches didn't hurt anymore. You got used to having that energy flow, that feeling of blood pumping through your veins. And you'd sit there in your room with the big Nazi posters up on the wall. And you'd listen to that music with that guitar and that beat that gets you into it. You'd imagine what it was like to bust somebody's lip open, to slice them open, to butcher them. You'd feel high and mighty just thinking about it.
And then you'd remember the night that it finally happened. It was raining.
Jay,
That's your mum calling up the stairs. You turn the music down.
I'm just away at the hospital to see Grandad.
You don't respond.
Do you want to come with me?
I don't feel like it.
Are you sure?
No, I just want to watch this film.
Well, do you want to come with me tomorrow night then?
Fine.
Right. I'll tell him you were asking after him. See you later.
She goes out into the rain. You put on a slasher film. Slash, chop, rip, stab, blood and guts. You look at it blankly. But it's not enough for you anymore. But then there's a knock at the door. You press pause. And then you open the door.
All right, Jay?
You alright?
What you doing?
Nothing, just sitting in my room.
Is you right?
No?
Then you run then.
Yeah?
Yes, Big J's got an empty, come on. Do you want to join?
No thanks.
What are you watching?
Nothing.
What is that?
That is my swastika.
What have you got a swastika on you all for? Are you a Nazi or something?
Because I'm an Aryan. I want to protect my own white blood.
Oh, and how are you going to do that?
Wait till you see this. You put your hand under the bed and pull out a sword.
Fuck's sake, what is that?
A black mamba.
Where'd you get it?
I found it.
Did you fuck?
How much did that say back?
I'll buy it off you for a £5.
No.
A tenner then?
Fuck off.
20 quid?
No.
Check what hours you can do with that.
Have you chopped somebody yet?
You smile. So proud. Look at him, the psycho. Then he's in the door. Quick, hide the blade. Footsteps on the stairs. What's going on in here?
Nothing, Mum. Suspicious. You only call a mum when you've done something wrong. We were just watching a film.
I think it's time your friends went home.
See you, Jay.
See ya.
Jay, sit down. I've got something to tell you.
Mum, don't!
Jay, I'm sorry.
Mum, don't!
Jay, calm down.
Don't.
I'm sorry. It happened.